With that said, let's get started on today's training. So let's talk about how you can make your product stand out to retail chain store buyers. A buyer buys a product for many reasons. It could be that you've been very successful. That's what you all presume, right? You need to have a lot of success in order to get a product in the stores, meaning you've sold a lot of your products, the world knows about you. Sure, any buyer would like that, right? But let's use an example that happened with one of my clients years ago. Somebody came to me and created a game, and that game was based off another game. They improved it, they made it cooler. I guess there was a trend going on. The Amazon sellers sometimes go and look for cool trends, and then they create an improved product. It was a game for kids. And she wanted to get her products into like Michael's stores and so forth. And really, that product matched really well with a successful product in their stores. So when we walked her through what to do, she went to Michael's and they looked at the product, and she'd never sold it into stores, and it just really wasn't her forte, sales. But she followed a process, and the buyer said yes. Why? Because it was a product that was a better version of what she's already doing phenomenally well with. And in that case, even though she had no proven anything beyond the fact that it was a newer version, and she did have a little bit of sales, but not much, she got a 50,000 unit order request on the spot. Now, that doesn't typically happen. Usually they start very small, these buyers at chain stores. They want to test out your product, but her inclination was to give this woman such a big order opportunity because she knew it was going to sell. Why? Because it's a hot trend and it was well made. She did a good job with it and she knew she could run with it. Doesn't happen very often. It happens though. That's an example of how you can make a product stand out to a retail chain store buyer. Bring her something that's trending, that's exciting, that's interesting. Another way to get a buyer to believe that she should work with you is to not submit your product into their website and hope for a return on investment. The reason I say that is that when you are dealing with retail chain store buyers, they're looking at they basically are responsible typically for just a few products at a time. So they are focused on categories, right? So if they're into fashion accessories, that's what they're looking at all day. If it's a computer peripheral, they're looking at that all day. It's how it works with chain stores. They usually have a buyer focused on a category or two sometimes, and really maybe three if it's a small category, whatever. You get my point. The point is that if these buyers are looking at the same products all day long, every single day, like seriously, it's their career,